Good evening, friends. Today we are going to talk about the late Lalit Narayan Mishra ji conspiracy, the assassination case, which sometime happened in the state of Bihar in 1975. We have his grandson, he's a lawyer, Vaibhav. So Vaibhav Mishra is with us today. I'm Sanjay Agarwal, and we would like to know from him that recently they moved the High Court. First they moved last month and then this month. So there are some division bench has given some orders. So we'd like to hear from Vaibhav about this.
So what I had done was that I had filed a representation to CBI last November, asking for a reinvestigation in my grandfather's assassination case, based on certain inquiry reports, such as in the Indian Express investigation book called "Who Killed Ellen Mishra," which was done by Shri Arun Shuri, who was then a journalist with Indian Express, and that is also based upon Justice Tarkunde's report regarding my grandfather's assassination. Justice Tarkunde was a retired Bombay High Court judge and later on senior advocate in Supreme Court. My grandfather had passed away in 75 January due to bomb blast. He had gone to Samastipur for inauguration of a railway gauge line, and unfortunately,
He was the railway minister at that point of
yes,
time.
he was a sitting railway minister, and he used to be foreign trade minister also before that, and in many different cabinet portfolios he had handled before that as well. So he was a cabinet minister when he passed away due to assassination. My stand and our family stand has always been that the accused who have been arrested in this case are not the real culprits, and there was a larger conspiracy in my grandfather's assassination case. There are certain people revealed in the revelation of these inquiry reports which I just mentioned. This is the Tarkunde report and the Indian Express investigation report, based on which I went to CBI last year. The problem why I went with the representation was that in 2014, the trial court in Karkaduma court had given its judgment giving life sentence to Anand Margis group people. And they had filed appeal in Delhi High Court in 2015, and that appeal is still pending in regular side. And life sentence was, people who were given life sentence were given bail later onwards. So the appeal is still pending in Delhi High Court, so the case technically is not over yet. So I, as a victim's family member, had filed representation to CBI because CBI is the complainant in the party. Generally, the victim's family member is the complainant, but since my grandfather was a cabinet minister, first Bihar Police was the complainant, then CBI is the complainant. So CBI is the investigating agency also and the complainant also in the party. So if I had to do anything, I have to go through CBI. CBI doesn't act, then of course there are other ways, but first step should be to go through CBI. So I filed representation before CBI, asking for reinvestigation in the case, since the case is in cold storage and nothing happened, and we think based on this inquiry reports, some bigger conspiracy and bigger players are involved, so kindly investigate the same. Unfortunately, CBI did not respond to my representation, after which I first moved to Delhi High Court with the civil writ petition in the month of June. I was told that it will be maintainable in criminal side, so I filed a criminal writ petition in the month of July. The single judge bench heard the matter for a couple of hearings. Then we were told that the matter should be transferred to the division bench, where the Anand Margis appeal is still pending. That is, the accused appeal is still pending. Both should be heard together. So on 16th of August, the division bench of Justice Siddharth Midul and Justice Bambani heard the matter. And after brief arguments from both sides' lawyers, CBI lawyer was also there, and our lawyer, Mr. Kirti Uppal, senior advocate, Delhi High Court, was arguing on our behalf. So we then got an order directing CBI to consider our representation and respond to our representation within 6 weeks.
Okay, so now as the matter has moved, so you being the grandson, and you're taking his legacy forward. So what exactly are you really looking for? What sort of, I would say, order, and what is the, prayer? Your prayer.
No, my prayer in Delhi High Court was simpliciter, that kindly direct CBI to consider my representation. Investigating agency who is the complainant on my behalf, that the victim's family behalf, cannot sit over a representation which we have filed. You can accept it, you can reject it, you can do whatever you want, but you cannot sit over it.
Yes.
You have to respond to it, especially to a victim's family member, where you are the investigating agency and you are the complainant. So that was my grievance, that they have to respond to it. How can an investigating agency sit over a representation sent by the victim's family member to the investigating agency, which is also the complainant in the same case? Who else do I go to?
Right.
I cannot go to the accused By the way, we don't consider them the accused technically,
Yes.
but still they are the accused. But I cannot go to them. Who do I go to? I go to CBI. So my limited prayer in High Court was that kindly direct them to consider and respond to it.
Right.
Based on whatever the response is, then we'll take legal remedies. But they had to respond to it. That's
Yes.
why. With that,
So now, as the High Court Division Bench has given you 6 weeks to the CBI,
Yeah.
so what you are expecting after when the case, comes up again?
Well, this has given us a glimmer of hope in this dark valley of our grandfather's case. We hope some reprieve and some justice to be availed. Whatever the outcome, we hope some positive light from the investigative agency, because CBI end of the day is fighting on our behalf.
Yes.
CBI is fighting on my behalf, on my family's behalf. So end of the day, I might be opposing them in High Court, but I still consider them that they are the investigative agency. They should give a positive response. So I'm awaiting a positive response from them. Then let's see.
When, normally something is happening here and the CBI is not acting on it, and then suddenly there's a pressure on the CBI. So they would either, meet you in person and tell you that, look, like this is old case and, why do you want to pursue it? They might give you some feelers, or they might go to the place where the incident happened and they would start some investigation. So do you have any kind of information that have they done any sort of investigation in the recent weeks?
No, I haven't been contacted yet, nor do I have any information of any other family member being contacted by CBI yet. I hope they give a response. I hope they reinvestigate the case. I hope the real culprits come out and the conspiracy comes out as well. That's my hope. Regarding how old the case is, 45 years, 40 years, that I think is not that relevant right now, because the cause of action is still continuing. The fact that the case appeal of the accused, that Anand Margis group, is pending in Delhi High Court, says that the case is not over yet.
Yes.
अगर I'll say this in Hindi also, अगर ट्रायल कोर्ट का जजमेंट सही था तो दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट को एडमिट नहीं करना चाहिए था, ना ही बेल देना चाहिए था, लाइफ सेंटेंस कन्वर्ट करके नहीं देना चाहिए था. उनको बेल मिल गया, अपील एडमिट हो गया. ये शो करता है कि कुछ तो मामला था और केस अभी भी पेंडिंग ही है. एंड एक होता है कि मैं या हमारे परिवारजनक कह रहे हैं कि इसमें और लोग इन्वॉल्व है, एक दूसरी बात भी पूरी दुनिया कह रही है. Justice Tarkunde report says XYZ are the people, real culprits. Anand Margis is not involved. Indian Express investigation says the same. SB Sahai was DIG, CID and of Bihar Police. His affidavit in Supreme Court, he has said on oath, on affidavit in Supreme Court in transfer petition 79, when the case was transferred from Bihar to CBI, on oath, on affidavit, he said that the real culprits are someone else. These are not the real accused, and it has been sabotaged. This case has been sabotaged from the higher echelons of power.
Right.
I'm not saying this. My family is not saying this.
Yes.
Others are saying this. There has to be something more than this.
या आपने बताया कि अरुण शौरी जो वरिष्ठ पत्रकार हैं, जब वो इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में थे, so he wrote a book
Yeah.
about this. So that book is like वो उनकी जो book है, what does it clear indicate to who was conspired for, like conspiracy किसकी?
The book is called Who Killed Ellen Mishra. It's available online, available publicly. And Arun Shuri Saab was at that time was a journalist with the Indian Express. So that book takes a lot of names, and that book has also done its own investigation. So, and I'm again repeating myself, not only Justice Tarkunde, Indian Express, Mr. S.B. Sahai, Danapur jailer Haider Ali, DP Ojha, an IPS officer, they all unearthed the truth. Why cannot that be considered? Why is not that an evidentiary value? That should be considered at the preliminary stage itself. Why was it not considered? Why is the fact that I'm again saying this, the fact that Delhi High Court had admitted the appeal of Anand Margis and gave them bail says that there's something more than what meets the eye.
Right. आपने जो बोला that Anand Margis they are out on bail and they would who जो भी वो लोग उसमें involved नहीं थे, as I understand the case, and as we when we grew up, so we read about it in the newspaper. So it is pointing towards somebody else. So now I only feel that now in the next hearing, जो आपको भी लग रहा होगा कि the next hearing there will be some sort of clarity on that, until unless the pressure is there from CBI High Court. But वो pressure तो नहीं होता है. Although CBI is always trying to
No, see, I'll just clarify this. High Court has given its direction to CBI to respond to my representation. So that case is now over.
Right.
My petition is not disposed of. My petition is over in Delhi High Court.
Right.
Now CBI has to respond to this as per Delhi High Court order. I hope I do not need to go to court again.
Yes.
And I hope CBI considers this demand and sees that there is something more to it what meets the eye. and reinvestigation is a right cause. At the end, we are fighting for a right cause. Like
Yes.
people tell me that why after 45 years, why after 40 years? It's not about 40 years, 45. It's about something to be written down in the lanes of history.
Yes.
Who were the real accused who killed Lalit Mishra? That is what's important.
Yeah, the truth has to come out. सच्चाई आप चाहते हैं कि वो उजागर हो सामने, देशवासियों को जानकारी मिले कि उस टाइम जो हत्याकांड हुआ तो वो कौन लोग उसके पीछे थे, so that even you are at peace. Basically, आप लोग की family is seeking peace.
We are seeking peace and closure.
In closure.
We are seeking closure that ये हत्याकांड का रेवलेशन सामने आए.
Yes.
जनता को पता चले. आप सच्चाई दबा सकते हैं, आप सच्चाई छुपा नहीं सकते.
Right.
सच्चाई बाहर आना बहुत ज़रूरी है ताकि आगे वाले 100 साल बाद ना मैं रहूँगा यहाँ पे, ना बहुत लोग नहीं रहेंगे, पर ये सच्चाई रहेगी.
Yes.
ये लड़ाई सच्चाई की है.
So I think we'll sum it up at this point, and thank you so much. And we want to tell the viewers that this case is of real utmost importance. Human values, what we live for. जो आदमी एक अपनी ज़िंदगी पूरी सच्चाई की जो एक मुहिम होती है. So we wish the family of the late Lalit Narayan Mishra ji, they get justice, and India, justice prevails. Thank you.